welcome to the Knowledge Find ITVS. Today we are going to focus on the new playlist, that is the Python related one, because the viewers ask us to develop new playlist regarding the Python from basic to advanced level. So today video only focus to give some basic understanding of Python, why we need to study Python, and what are the opportunities now available in Python, and what are the career opportunities under the Python, and the salary scales nowadays in current companies for the Python developers. Also, I'm going to discuss in this video. So first we start with Python introduction. It is a high-level programming language as like other programming languages like Java, PHP, JavaScript, React, and for others it is also high-level programming language. You can develop any web applications, mobile applications, Android or iOS, any of the devices or the application we can create by this programming language. Let me see the features of Python. The good feature is we can easily learn Python because the user needs to memorize less of code, because Python codes are one sentence or two sentence code, so user can understand and memorize the syntax easily and clear. So when you are a beginner to the programming world, you can easily learn Python. And another one feature is interpreted language. Interpreted language, which means when you write the code will be executed by line. It will means interpreted language, because after executing each of the lines of the full file of Python language, then only we execute the outputs. So it is suitable for prototyping development, and it provides a high level language. It allows from beginners to complex programs. And when you're using any of the operating system like Windows or Mac OS or Linux, Python will support it for those platforms. It means cross-platform. You can use in Windows application, you can use in a Mac OS application, and you can use in Linux application. So it is very portable. And when you need to do some features through the Python, the only thing that you need to do is you need to add the Python libraries. It will integrate some modules to do the various tasks. So you need to add the external libraries. So it provides the libraries modules easily. And if you need to write the Python code, you can download the IDE and install upon your system and execute the code. That is the one thing. And if you want to execute the program without installing the application in your computer, the Python allows you to add some extension, and those extensions will help you to execute your code. For an example, if you need to use some frameworks in Python in various applications, you need to just click and install the feature extensions. And if you want to do some graphs or plot something related to the data science and machine learning, you need to add some libraries. So those are the key features of Python. And let me see the application of Python. after you have studied the Python, you need to learn what are the applications of Python. So if you are a developer, you need to learn some frameworks upon the Python language. The frameworks names are Django, Flask. Those are the most popular frameworks that we are using. And if you're a data analyst or visualizer, you need to visualize something through the data. So the Python will help you to analyze those details with the help of library. You need to integrate some Python libraries. According to the libraries, those libraries names are pandas, matplotlib, and C. Through this library, the data will be analyzed, and as per the data analysis, you can plot to visualize your graphs and represent it. And if you want to do the machine learning concept and artificial intelligence concept, you need to add some Python libraries like scikit-learn and TensorFlow. Those are also Python libraries. And if you want to do some scientific computing also, you can add the Python library. Those are NumPy and Sky. And if you are a QA engineer and you need to do some automation testings and you need to create the Python automation scripts, you can create through the Python language. And you can build your games using the Python. Normally, they are using the Pygame library to build the games. So you can transform your career by studying Python, and you can enter to the world, the web development, data analysis, machine learning, scientific computing, automation, and game development. Let me see how can we install Python. This is the link that I have provided here. You need to just go to your search engine and browse it, python.org.downloads, and you can download the Python executable file and you can install it. You can find the executable files for your different operating system. If you're using the Windows or a Mac OS or Linux, that doesn't matter. You can get all relevant executable Python files under this link. And before you are going to install the Python, you need to verify that your PC has installed the Python previous or not. So let me you need to verify another command prompt. You just type cmd and you need to select the command prompt. Then the cmd will be open it here. Yes. Here you need to type the specific command to verify that you have installed the Python or not. So you need to type the Python and ---- version. I have installed Python, that's why I got the version of my Python. I have installed this version 3.9.112 Python. If you have not installed the Python, you will got the message like the module not found or this is not a command or something. So at that point, you need to go to that particular link I showed, and you need this link, and you need to download the Python and add the path to the environmental variable. Then only you will get this Python result, Python version that you have installed. Yes. After you have installed the Python, you need to recheck whether the Python has been installed or not by checking the cmd by this command. So that is the thing. And after you have installed Python, you need to develop the Python code with the help of some text editors. So normally, some of them using the text editors like Notepad and Notepad Plus. And if you want to use some cloud-based application, then I'll prefer Google Colab. And if you need to do the Python coding with a specific ID, you can go to the PyCharm and download the PyCharm and write the code. And you can use the Visual Studio Code, and those are some development environment text editors. I will explain by one. First, I'll explain Notepad. Normally, if you are a beginner, I'll prefer to you use Notepad. Just search Notepad, and you need to save your Python file. You can put any name to your file, but the file extension should be py because it is the Python file. So the extension should be py after your name of your file, and you need to save. Then only the coding will be understood. It is the Python file from the extension that you provided by yourself. And another platform is Google Colab. It is like a cloud-based application like the Google Drive. The mandatory thing is you need to have the proper internet connection. So you just search Google Colab upon your Google search engine, and you will get this. Welcome to the Collaboratory. Then you will create your Python file here, like the Drive. You need to file, and you need to click on the new notebook. And here you can name your Python file, and here you can type the code. Here I'm going to print my name, that's why I put name, and here you can run it. So it is the open platform. It's like the Google Drive, so you can easily handle. You don't need to install any of the application. You can easily run the Python file upon this Google Colab. If you have any memory problem in your laptops or any of the performance issues, you can use this platform. Yes, this is the output you will get. If you need to download the file, there's the option upon the file section. You can download as the py file and IBMP. If you want to download the Python file, you need to choose the second option, download.py option. And like this Google Colab, it is another IDE which called Jupyter Notebook. You can search Jupyter Notebook. The difference between the Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook is Google Colab you can find upon the cloud-based application, but the Jupyter Notebook you need to install the Jupyter Notebook upon the local host. So you need to learn some command to install the Jupyter Notebook. Go to the CMP and type the Jupyter Notebook command. I'll show the command. Yes, this is the command to install the Jupyter Notebook. Type pip install notebook upon your CMP. Then you will install the Jupyter Notebook and open the Jupyter Notebook in your local host and save your Python file upon your local host, which means the local PC. So those are the two IDs, Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook. And another ID is Visual Studio Code. I have installed Visual Studio Code. If you want to install the Visual Studio Code, you need to go to the search engine Google or Yahoo and type Visual Studio Code. And here, this is the link, you can find it and download the executable file of Visual Studio Code. Yes, you can see if you are using the Windows application, which means the Windows operating system, you can find the executable file for your Windows software. And if you're using the Linux also, you can download the Linux executable file. And if you're using the Mac, you can download the Mac executable file. So this is the preferable link to download to Visual Studio Code. And after install the Visual Studio Code, you can search under the search bar Visual Studio Code and open it. Let us show how to create the Python file and run it under the Visual Studio Code. Yes, here this is the interface of Visual Studio Code. You need to click on the new file and create the file. As I mentioned earlier, you need to name your file and you need to put the extension .py because your file is a Python file. That's why you need to put the extension as .py. So I'm going to create a new file. And here you need to put the name for the file. So here I'm going to put the extension. Yes, I have created the file. The file name is AK and the extension is py because it is the Python file. That's why I put .py. And here I'm going to print the name. Yes, if you want to run the Python file under the Visual Studio Code, additionally you need to know to add some extension. Here, this is place to choose the extension. You need to click this extension icon, and here you can find the Python extensions. I have already added the Python extension. If you have not added the Python extension, you need to search the Python extension. You need to type the Python and search it. Then you will got relevant Python extension and you can install the Python extension. This one, you need to click on the install icon and this will be installed. After you have installed the Python extension, then only you will see this run icon, run Python file icon. I have already installed the Python icon, just that's why I'm going to run the code. This will be executed within a minute. Yes, I got the output for the, yes, I have printed the name for the Python. So you can use the Visual Studio Code as a text editor to create the Python codes. And another ID I want to tell that is PyCharm. It is introduced by the JetBrains company, especially to develop the Python code. They have introduced the PyCharm. You can go to the download PyCharm link and you can download the executable file PyCharm and download it. As like the Visual Studio Code, you can name the Python file with the extension .py and execute. So those are the IDEs you need to learn to develop the coding for the Python language. Yes, I'll continue with Yes, after you have studied the Python, you need to learn something new. Yes, you need to know the availabilities, like if you are a software engineer, the full stack engineer, and the salary scale. So those are the salary scale. If you want to do the full stack, you will get this amount, and if you are moving to the machine learning, you will get this amount. As like this manner, you will get the amount. So there are huge career opportunities for the developers who learn Python. And when we compare the Python with various language, the Python is normally commonly trending language because it supports software engineers, data engineer, web developers, artificial intelligence, machine learning engineers, scientific engineers. So when we compare to other language, normally when we are googling so much of languages, but the majority percentage of searching upon the Google is the top records will be go to Python. So the Python remains the most popular programming language. So that my point. You can continue the Python learning from basic to advanced upon our Knowledge Find IT YouTube channel, and continue the playlist and learn Python and get the sufficient knowledge upon Python. So we meet in another video. Thank you. Bye.